All right. What's up, everybody? This is Ruben Escalona and my wife, Veronica, here for another episode of the Red Alpha Mugshot Monday. It's been a minute since we've had a chance to record anything. We just had a lot of things that have hit us all at once. And so we had to kind of prioritize our time and prioritize our focus. But we are getting to a point to where we're back. And I'm excited. We have so much to share. So much has happened to us in the last couple of months since we recorded an episode, but as you guys can come to expect, the show is about our mug shots, and so I wanted to start off just with a kind of showcasing our new coffee mugs.
I know. Look at this.
Shout out to my man Manuel Perez. He knocked these out in no time and sublimated our logo on it. Of course, mine is on my left hand and then my wife's on the right. And so that detail means a lot to me because I'm left-handed and I wanted to show the mug. So if I would have had a right-hander's mug, you wouldn't have been able to see it. And so, this is our mug reveal of the week. And I don't think we've even bought a new coffee mug since our last episode, right?
Yeah, we haven't.
Right. Part of our motivation to buy new coffee mugs is the show. And then the motivation behind the show is to kind of share some behind the scenes, parts of our lives with our audience. Whether it's one person or whether it's everybody that is connected to us, we want to share what's going on inside our lives so that you can see that we're more than just a print company. We're more than just a business. We have things that happen, life. We got family, and we got things that we care about that go behind the scenes. But I wanted to give you kind of a heads up, right? So our normal our mugshot, episodes are more geared towards what we did the past weekend, and some of the places that we went to go eat, and just food finds, things like that. But this one's going to be a little bit more kind of behind the X's and O's. I guess that's what happens whenever I don't record. It's like my default is to go into kind of like more of a deeper type conversation, and maybe because some of the things that has happened has required us to dig deep, right? Our emotions have been up and down just with all of the things that's been going on, the personal things that's been going on, but then also being able to navigate through that stuff and still deliver, to our customers. I'm very grateful to our customers. Some of them have been really patient with us, and we've fallen behind on a couple of projects, but we're working overtime through the weekends, late, trying to catch up, and we're getting closer and closer to catching up. So shout out to our customers. You guys are the real MVP, and you guys, it's because of customers like that make it easy for us to deal with the things that we have to deal with, right?
We do have amazing customers. We're blessed.
Absolutely. And so to jump right into this thing, like I said, we had a lot going on, not all tough, some good stuff. And, one of I guess the main things that I want to start out with behind the scenes is the birth of our new grandson, right? We're not going to say any names. That's not our story to tell. But one of our daughters, she gave birth to our grandson, and he's healthy. He's a big boy.
He's beautiful.
And so, our hearts are just getting fuller. So this makes grandson number 2. And before you know it, we're going to have a football team or some sort of gladiator crew, with all these grandsons coming on.
Yeah.
But, the birth of a grandson, right? At least for me, and I think that you share something similar, I'm starting to think about, okay, so now how can we build our business so that we can spend all our time with our grandchildren, right? It's, next weekend, hopefully we'll be going to Austin, and then the weekend after that, not next weekend, but the weekend after that. And then the Halloween weekend, we're hoping to go to Lubbock. And it's so pretty soon we're not going to be able to work any weekends. And then pretty soon after that, we're going to have to take Thursday and Friday off, and then if they have anything at school, I want to be there. Any sports that they play, I want to be there. So before too long, I mean, I can't even see myself working full time. I'm going to be a part-time employer. So I've been praying for, for God to give us the wisdom to be able to build our business to the point to where we can manage it from an executive level, right? I don't see myself ever retiring completely to where I'm just kind of sitting around doing nothing, right? I want to be able to run our business from an executive level and have good people in place that we can still produce the same quality products and services that we do. Maybe expand services, get new equipment, things like that. But have the right people in place to be able to run the different aspects of our business. And so, that's our grandson, man. It's I'm anything that's going on, what's he doing right now, and getting pictures, and he just ate, and like, man, send me, don't, I tell our daughters, don't don't hold back.
Send us as many pics as you want.
Yeah. And we so it's we really enjoy being grandparents, and whenever you're younger, you don't really think about what's it going to be like when you're a grandparent. It's like, especially whenever you get started as young as we did. We were kids. I made fun of myself, basically, because I had the picture of our daughter whenever I was holding her as a baby, and then it kind of full circle. Now I'm holding my grandson, and then I was like, look, here's our daughter and me whenever I was a toddler. I was so young, man. I was 20 years old, and I was 20 years old, and I already had a baby, and so. But the beauty of that is that we're still fairly young, right? And now we got more energy for our grandkids, and having grandkids. It's not only, I've been watching podcasts, and they're talking about the exercises that you need to do. Need to be geared towards the life that you want to live, right? And so, I was telling my wife, I was like, we're going to have to create a circuit to where it's like we're running and we're chasing something around in a circle, grabbing this right here. So you don't grab this, and crawling and getting up and getting down and reading a book and saying the ABCs front and backwards, and, all of that stuff, watching episodes of Bluey. So I got to sit there and be like into it and know about it. Be able to play the song on different instruments, whatever it takes to entertain our grandkids, not to mention pick them up and carrying them, push them on a stroller. So I think I might create a grandparents workout circuit, so we're gonna get an old stroller, we'll get an old carrier, and something to push the kids, stuff like that. And because with our other grandson, I've had an opportunity to do all that, carry him, lift him up, and he wants to be in there. Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, I can't carry him, but for like 2 or 3 seconds, they just hand him over. I'm like, oh, because I want to carry him still, like he's a baby, but he's getting bigger, and when he gets a little bit taller, he's going to end up carrying me.
Oh yeah. But that circuit, I think, will help us to be healthier, and that's the type of grandparent that I want to be. Is I want to be able to run with them and chase them and push them on the swing and catch them when they come down the slides and all of that stuff. The seesaws, I want to do all of that. And so
fun stuff.
It doesn't matter how old they are, even if they're like teenagers. If Grandpa, get on the seesaw with me. Let's do it.
Push me on the swing.
Push me on the swing.
See how far I can go.
Yeah. Shoot, I think some of our adult kids will want me to push them on the swing. So
I still like to push on the swing.
So kids, if you want me to push you on the swing, let's do it. Let's go to the park.
Let's go to the park.
You. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go to the park. Yeah. But, so it's the grandson, so that's like on this side of the spectrum. Our hearts are filled with joy and happiness, and then on the flip side, we got family that's with health challenges, and then my wife and her siblings having to make tough decisions, and and decisions that, no one really wants to make.
No.
You don't want to make these types of decisions. You don't think about it. You don't plan for it. It's something that just happens. It's part of life that just happens. And you hope that whenever you get to that point that you're in the right place to be able to make that type of decision, right? You want to be in that right place financially,
right?
You want to be in that right place mentally and spiritually, but these types of decisions that you make, they take a toll.
Yeah.
They take a toll on everything that you are. It's like, it's hard to keep your head up whenever you're having to fight this type of thing. And then what I've noticed is that, and not only that, like good friends that are passing away, and other family members that are in the hospital, and other family members that are passing away. It's like, I was telling you the other day, it's like, you don't even have to be there physically to be affected by it. It's like the news just hits you, and it's almost like you're living through the like vicariously through the people who are directly impacted. Like I remember whenever you had to go out of town, and it was like, even though I wasn't there with you, I felt the weight of what you were going to do, right? And I felt the, kind of like I could see it in your face, and I can, through the conversations that we were having when you were messaging back, and and then just the like the feedback that you're giving me, of the current events. It's like I'm kind of I'm experiencing it through your eyes, and it's an interesting thing to realize how, when you see people that you care about going through something, and it's like you wish that you could take it away, that you can just be like, snap your fingers, wave a wand, say a prayer, whatever it is, and everything is good, but that's just not the case. And so we've been experiencing from all different sides, from people that are real close to us and that we love, and our hearts go out to every family member that's going through a tough time right now, and know that even though we're not there physically, our hearts go out to you, our prayers are with you, and we're feeling it too. We're not just two cold-blooded people that don't feel anything. It's just, we're processing it too. We're processing everything that's going on in our own way. And as we were going through this stuff, I was telling you, I was like, I think I need to record something, because, when you're an owner operator, like we are, sometimes you just don't have time to process the stuff, because you got deadlines with projects, and you got new business that's coming in, and we can't take time off. We can't call in and say, hey, I need X amount of time off, so that way, I can deal with my family. We have to process, our family stuff. And then we still have to keep our customers updated, and we still have to, and the customer, as much as they want to understand, there's still business that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's like, we had some conversations where it's like, I gotta pray, because it's like, I'm not the type of person that makes excuses, right? But whenever I have to make excuses and they're valid reasons, it's hard for me. It's like, you should already know that about me, but I have to look at the situation from their side, and then when I do that, when I step into their shoes, I realize that, hey, even though this happens, communication you still have to communicate. You still have to, follow through as best as you can. And I would love to say, if we knew ahead of time, we wouldn't take the business, but it doesn't happen like that. It always happens. We took the business, and then these things happen, right? It's never like, hey, I already knew that this stuff was going on, and I'm still going to pile up a bunch of business. It's like, we try to do things a little bit better than that. But at the same time, we still got to put food on the table. So it's a balancing act that we do. And so, the emotions that we have to process, being not that whenever you have a job that you don't have to process these things, but I remember whenever I was working a job, uh, and and my stepdad passed away. I was able to ask for time off. I asked for time off, and they're like, "Sure, take whatever time you need up to a certain point." Right. You got your vacations, your PTO, and stuff like that. Then after that, it's like you're not going to get paid. And then after that, they're like, "Hey, are you coming back?" type deal. Because I was like, it's not just going and burying somebody. It's like it's the stuff that you gotta, the people who are affected afterwards. And you gotta make sure everything's right. And so, but yeah, I mean, it was much easier because I could be fully present, at the funeral. I could be fully present for, my family. I could be there to comfort, to, be a shoulder to cry on, whatever the case may be, to be a pallbearer, all of whatever those things, it's like, I was able to be that. And then, but whenever in business, it's hard to be that. It's hard to be that person.
Because we're still receiving phone calls, messages, requests during this time. Like we can't say, "Oh, well, I'm not at work, so if somebody else is gonna field those calls and requests." That's we don't have that.
Yeah. One day we'll be able to have a tragedy in our family and not have one of these days,
or a happy event.
A happy event, right?
And where we can be present,
right?
And not checking our phones.
That's right. It's like, oh, okay, love the grandson. Bye. I gotta go. So I got a deadline. It's like one of these days we'll get to the point to where we have good people in place, and the processes that we're working on will be the ones that are driving the business, and we will be able to step away and it not, fall apart. And hopefully soon, because like I was saying earlier, we're one grandchild, 2 grandchilds away from me not ever wanting to work, like full time. I'll come in for a couple of days, but then I'm going to need, half the week off just to be with my grandkids, but, so it's one of those things, you gotta be able to manage, what's going on, and you can't just say, hey, I'm going through something. Everything's going to, be on hold until I get back. Because what happens when you get back, you probably lose customers. You're way behind, and it's like you never get caught up. Even whenever you're communicating, it's hard to catch back up. And for us, the way our schedule is, it's hard to, if we get behind, it's hard to catch back up. And, but we just, all we could do is just work longer hours, wake up earlier, work later, work on the weekends, holidays, holidays and all that stuff. And then just make it happen. But, it's, for me, it's what I signed up for. I knew that running a business is going to be hard. I didn't know it was going to be this hard, but I knew it was going to be hard. And but I was up for the challenge, and I'm always up to the challenge. And even though we're going through, some situations that are really tough, I feel kind of how can I say it? I'm motivated, and I'm ready to take on the next thing. And I'm well able to take on these challenges, and so I grow stronger through it. I don't let situations tear me down. I learn whatever lessons I have to learn, and I get better for the next one, because I do believe that as we grow in business, that the weight of the growth it can crush you if you're not ready for it. And so, we all pray for growth. We all pray for our calendars to be full, and we all pray for, all of these blessings to be in our lives. But the truth is if you're not emotionally or spiritually or even physically ready to hold the weight of that next level is going to crush you.
Yeah.
So you will be crushed by the very things that you prayed for if you don't start building yourself up to it. And this morning, whenever we were praying, it was like, I feel like I'm finally at the point to where I'm content where I'm at, as long as I know that God is there, right?
Mm-hmm.
As long as God is there, I'm content. I don't need to see the end result. I don't need to see the prayer answered. All I need to know is that God is with me and taking the steps with me, and I'm good. I'm good. And so, but I do want the things that, there's things that you kind of use as a, to kind of like a tool to motivate you, like we want new equipment, we want new facilities, and we want, property and things like that. We want employees. And so those are all like targets that I desire, right? And those things keep me moving forward and keep me trying to get better, so that way we can attain, that level of business. But the journey along the way is changing me, from the inside out. I'm becoming a better person. And I feel that it's helping me to be a better husband and father and a better grandfather, and those kind of things you can't put a price tag on, and so, if I used to say, if I don't accomplish certain things and I quit, then it would be all for nothing. But it's not true anymore. It's not true right now, because who I've become is something that you can never take away. And you and I have grown as individuals, but we've grown as a couple. And so what the couple that we've become, along the way, you can't put a price tag on that. And
Mm-hmm.
nothing can take it away. So even if we shut down everything right now, we still have that development,
Mm-hmm.
and we would still be, valuable.
Mm-hmm.
We'd still be good parents, and we'd still be good grandparents. So that's my new stance on this whole thing. But I'm very grateful. But to kind of shift gears, from those behind the X's and O's talk, I want to talk a little bit about one of our current projects. Part of our Red Alpha Mugshot is we want to give a spotlight to the current projects that we're working on, and so right now we got a trailer that's sitting outside, and it's partially wrapped right now. We got, I don't know, 3.5 panels on there right now, and we still, on the passenger side, and we got to do the driver's side, front and back, and it's for our friends at Trinity Service Pros, the electrician, and we've already done some trucks, and we're doing their full wrap for the trailer, and hopefully we'll finish up here in the next day or two, before they get back in town on the weekend. And so these guys have been good customers. They're going out fishing, so I said, if you guys have any shark steak, let me know and I'll buy some. And he's like, man, I'll bring you some. And so I'm looking forward to getting some shark.
That's pretty
have
cool.
some shark steak. And I've only had shark once before, whenever we went deep sea fishing with the church, and it tastes just like chicken from what I remember. And so
is it chicken of the sea?
Tuna fish is the chicken of the sea, I think, right?
Yeah.
But it does. I mean, it's similar to chicken,
Mm-hmm.
and so just add a little barbecue sauce or something to it, and it tastes really good. But so that's our project, our trailer wrap project. We, as always, we're going to take some video and take some pictures, of the wrap, and we'll post it on our social media sites, and so that you guys can see this design. Shout out to Lauren with Naughty Concepts graphic design. Lauren has become our trailer wrap graphic designer. He's a freelance graphic designer, but man, he's been working with us on a couple projects here recently, and man, his design style is just I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love his design style, And so I'm looking forward to some of the projects that we're going to work on in the future, you know, in the custom wrap arena, because man, it's going to be some crazy stuff, and it's going to blow some people's mind. And I love those kind of things, you know, not to take away from commercial wraps, but a lot of times all the commercial wraps look the same.
Yeah,
you know, it's
and
like
most of these are business owners. They own their own business, so they have the freedom to choose their own design.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And so what I like about this design here is that even though this is a commercial wrap, I think that this is one of the first ones where it's like, you know, hey, we want to go more on the custom side.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's awesome right there, because once other business owners see it, they look, ooh, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that's what I'm excited for. Now there's going to be kind of a blend between commercial and the custom, right? And so just know, whenever you see this, we can take whatever's in your mind and we can bring it to life through design and through the wrap. And so once you see it, you're going to see what we're capable of in terms of design and install and printing. And so I'm excited to share this with you guys. So stay tuned. If you're not connected with us, you know, on any other platform than the one that you're viewing this with, just know that we're on Facebook, and we're on LinkedIn, and we're on YouTube. We're on X, even though I don't post a lot on X. You know, we're Google My Business. We're there, and where else? You know, we're about to be on another one, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. You know, we're on all the TikTok. We're on all the major ones. You know, so Instagram. But so connect with us, and because we post different. Sometimes it's the same thing, but sometimes it's clips of a video, and it just depends on what makes sense there. I've started new blog posts that are on our website. So if you haven't visited our website lately, you might have seen some of the new blog posts that are going around. You know, now, you know, the Petty Elf is, I've been on it, man. I've been consistent for like over 30 days on that one. And then we're doing 30 days of Halloween, and I'm taking some of our old videos and I'm taking the transcripts and making those into blogs, you know, so that people can like read a condensed version of, you know, like a behind the X's and O's video, to where it was 30 minutes on YouTube on the video, but it's a 5-minute read on the blog. And trust me, when you read it, you get the whole thing that we were talking about. Because on the video, sometimes I get to rambling and talking about other stuff.
No.
Yeah, I got to ramble on. But yeah, it's you know, so connect with us, and who knows, you might get a nugget here or two. You know, something that might change your life. You know, which that's what it's all about. And so that's our spotlight. But I also wanted to talk about what's coming up here in the near future. We got some holidays, right, coming up. We got Halloween. We got Thanksgiving. We got Christmas. You know, obviously those are times that we're going to spend with our family. But as a business, we look forward to those things because it's kind of a shift in the way, in the products that we promote, right? And so we're looking ahead to Halloween. You know, we got some new ugly Halloween sweaters that we're going to be selling. And of course, our ugly Christmas sweaters, we've been doing that for several years now. And so this year, we're actually like in the planning stages right now, but we're going to start selling on that new app, Whatnot. And so we're going to be doing some live social media selling. And I got a lot of ideas. And so hopefully we'll be launching that show, our first show here pretty soon. I just want to make sure that we do it, you know, decently. You know, I don't want to just jump in and figure it out along the way, even though there is going to be some of that. And I've done that in a lot of other things where it's just, I don't know everything about it. I'm just going to learn along the way. But on this one, I want to maybe try to plan it a little bit better, so we want the backdrop to look a little different. We want to make sure that we have, displays, we want to have, definitely we have to have inventory on hand. And so I've got the account set up on Whatnot. It's, if you guys want to connect with us, it's Red ACP is the name of the store, or the name of the channel, and connect with us. And then we'll announce when the show is going to be, and hopefully you guys will tune in, and then buy some stuff, buy some merch. We'll do some live selling. Let's see what else we got. So I basically talked about the Whatnot, but so in our session we have coffee break. I need to take a coffee break, drink some water. But is there something that maybe you've come across, just kind of little thought, or remember a long time ago was an ant and created a story out of that? But is there anything that you can talk about during the coffee break while I sip this coffee?
So what I do think about is if Jimmy cracks corn and I don't care.
Why does he do it? Why does he still do it?
No, no. When I was going to be about cats, because so we got the outside cats right there, community cats, and whenever I go out there and feed them, they know that I'm coming out, and they're not worried.
No,
they're not worried about how we're going to eat today. Am I going to have water in my bowl? Is somebody going to even look at me today? Because they know the routine, and they expect for me to walk out every single morning with some cat food and some water. And I go out there and I talk to them for a little bit, and they're good with that. And so just them being all like calm and just, relaxed during the day. I mean, they don't have any worries. And I'm like, man, that's the life right there.
Yeah. And plus they can just look at themselves like, I'm an apex predator. If all else fails, I'll go get me a lizard.
Apex predator.
Catch a bird or something. So they're not worried.
Yeah.
They're like, at the end of the day, if this human doesn't feed me, I've been eyeballing that bird that's been chirping. It's not going to be chirping much longer. And which that reminds me, it's been a while since one of them has brought me a bird, an offering. Yeah. We got so many cats outside that my wife feeds. And, when we had less cats that would bring, Stripes, she would bring me, an offering. And it's been a while. And so we got this, speaking of cats, one of the ones that's kind of becoming my favorite now is Lucky. Yeah. And it used to be Panther. These are both black cats, by the way. And so I know that black cats have like their bad luck or whatever, but the black cats in my life love me, right? Our black cat Onyx loves me more than the other two. And then outside, Lucky and Panther, they love me. So it's like, so I love them back. and Lucky, so we were working on one project, and so the customer comes and picks up. It's a deal to where it's like we're working on it in sections because we got behind on it. But the customer drops them off and then picks them up because they got to go do events. And so this last week, whenever they came by so that they can put some stuff in their vehicle, and then came back and picked up later. Well, Lucky had gotten inside the bus, and was there for like the whole day, almost
6 hours plus.
And so and then whenever I came back, they're like, yeah, there was a black cat in there. I was like, I bet it was Lucky. And sure enough, because he likes to get into stuff, and he's always there, like looking like we're doing something. He'll get up on there and just kind of, what are you doing? And I like that about him, but then it annoys me sometimes because, like, man, get out of the way. I'm trying to do something.
I'm trying to work.
And then just yesterday, he was like, there was a bug that was crawling, and I was over here working on the back bumper, and then the little bug was walking, just trying to get to where it was going, probably to his family. Maybe he was late to work or something, but he was walking like this, and then Lucky was just kind of like watching him. And then he bumped him a little bit, but he didn't eat him. I said, "Why are you torturing this bug?" That bug was probably his heart beating. I was like, "Man, I'm about to die." And he couldn't. Yeah, and he couldn't walk any faster. It's like he's just a bug that's like I don't know how to walk faster. and then what's his name? Lucky was just kind of like. I mean, he just got bored. He was like, And I was like, "Man, kill him or eat him or leave him alone. What are you gonna do?" But that's Lucky, And so that was a nice little coffee break. Even though I don't know if I needed any more coffee, I've already drank.
I've been drinking some.
Yeah, I've been drinking water too. Bone broth. Look at you being all healthy. Speaking of healthy, we've been fasting for at least a week, right? Has it been 2 weeks?
It's been about 3.
3 weeks. Okay, so we've been doing intermittent fasting again. And this time around, we're shooting for like 18 hours. And so I'd say that we've been averaging maybe 14 to 18. But some days we're easily doing 18 to 20. And it's not because we don't want to eat. It's just like we're in the middle of something, and we'll eat whenever we finish.
We're done.
Yeah. And so we usually stop around, have our last meal around 8 o'clock. And then we try to break our fast. We try to break our fast at 2 o'clock. But then sometimes it goes from 2, 4, or even 5 sometimes. And so we'll get 20 hours of fasting. But I say that because, man, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, physically and of course, mentally it helps me. And so it just kind of motivates me to keep doing it. And we're preparing for a 24-hour fast. So this will be our first 24-hour fast in, gosh, I don't know how long, a year at least.
Like 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
Man.
We haven't done a 24-hour fast in a while.
Man, 6 years.
6 years.
Wow.
5 or 6 years.
But, like we're doing 18, 20 hours like it's nothing. So the 24-hour fast, I feel like it's going to be very easy. We're going to start it tomorrow morning, and then we're going to end it on Thursday. And so we'll break our fast on Thursday morning. Then after that, we're going to get back to our intermittent fasting cycle, and then or routine, and then we're going to plan for our next one. It'll be either another 24 or maybe a 48, and then eventually before the year is up, I want to do a 72 hour, and we'll work our way up to that. But really, I haven't even been hungry. I get hungry whenever I think about it. Yeah. Whenever I'm like, okay, I'm ready to eat. Then for all of a sudden I start getting hungry.
Yeah, I think that when we plan it, because we are planning to fast, and so we already know. So I think our mind, we already have that to where I'm not going to eat until this time. But whenever you don't plan a fast and you get up and you start working and on something and you can't break away, you're like, man, I'm starving. We're gonna eat.
Yeah, for sure. But it helps us with that conversation, right? Because there's at least 2 meals that we're not asking what we're gonna eat.
Yeah,
we're like,
I don't think I've heard you. Well, not as often. Once a day, yeah.
Right, once a day instead of 3 times a day. She's hearing that, so that's a little bit better. But guys, we want to just say thank you as we wrap this up. We want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode. We plan to be back more frequently, and we have a lot of things that are going on, new projects that are coming. Be sure to connect with us on our social media. That way you can know when we're going to go live on Whatnot, and when the next episode of Mugshot Monday. I'm always posting new products and services. Be sure to read our new blogs, comment, let us know that you like it, that you enjoy it. We started one thing, and we're doing which is really cool. We have a brand called Clown Patrol, and so the signature or the original design. The clown, the main character, his name is Fred. And we call him Fred the clown. And so what we're doing is we're creating a storyline. It's going to be a 10 episode mini series of the story of Fred the Clown. And so we already have like 2 episodes up on our website. It's the story of Fred the Clown, and this is not for kids. It's for a mature audience, and because Fred's story is not it's not happy-go-lucky. Think Pennywise from Welcome to Derry. That's along the lines of what Fred the Clown story is. And to answer the question, this is not Fred, my imaginary friend. Even though I did have an imaginary friend named Fred, Fred was not a clown. And so I don't want anybody giving me a call and saying, hey, are you all right? Because it seems like something's wrong with you. No, it's just when you allow yourself to be creative, you can choose what direction you want to go, right? We all have within us the ability to go dark and to go light, right? We want to live our lives in the light to the best of our ability, right? And the dark side is when you're in creative mode, is you can tell a dark story and it can get really dark. And so I'm going to try to keep this story from going really dark, right? But it's kind of interesting. It's interesting to say the least. So just read it. Let me know. Read it in the day. Don't read it at night, because I don't want you guys having nightmares. I don't want to have nightmares. But we're doing it, and hopefully it'll be out. Well, no, we won't have the all episodes done, but Welcome to Derry is coming out on the 26th. So we might have all 10 episodes done before then. But that's kind of like what inspired it. I said I want to tell this story because it's a good story. Our clown patrol revolves around creepy clowns anyway, and so one of the designs is our Fred holding Pennywise's head. So just know that there are things out there that are scarier than the clowns that you're afraid of, and one of them is named Fred. You're welcome. And that's Ruben with Red Alpha with another episode of Red Alpha Mugshot Monday. Signing off. Do you want to sign us off?
Red Alpha out.
Red Alpha out.